Since about 2005, we're seeing data growth rates start to outstrip voice. And most networks have been built around voice using legacy technologies. And I would say that most of these networks have performed quite well of managing the growth of data relative to the voice technologies, but there's been some signs of strain. I think the strains in the networks have been reflected in the service providers' business profiles, with broadband demand increasing at a greater rate than what their revenues are. And the customers are looking for an alternate way of how they're going to manage this bandwidth. Most service providers have built their transport networks on a foundation of SDH, or in some markets SONET, which has been ideal for carrying most traffic needs, both voice and data. But as network traffic grows, it starts to stress on its ability to carry efficiently the data traffic. SDH does have a number of limitations in how it carries data traffic, on how it can scale for data traffics into the future as we see this explosion of broadband. It can be inefficient. SDH is designed as a synchronous transport, whereas data can be bursty, which means that you can create inefficiencies of how much available bandwidth or how much idle bandwidth you have in the network. It can be inflexible, particularly if you're building it around an individual customer and that customer is looking for upgrade requirements, adding a lot more cost and time. It provides limited resilience, offering only a ring or a point-to-point based protection scheme. It's also less flexible of handling wavelength-based services like fibre channel and some of the other data center connectivity protocols. And it offers a limited service transparency, particularly if a customer network has to traverse multiple different networks. If you think about all the limitations around SDH, what OTN does provides a single transport infrastructure for carrying SDH and Ethernet in a single virtual container, providing a complete set of tool sets for particularly service providers to monitor, and also providing the scalability in a single network versus having to build overlay networks. What service providers see as an opportunity in building an OTN network is not only providing the right operational efficiencies, but to create a new service set for generating new revenues across a common architecture. Why is OTN important to Ciena? Because it will be critical for service providers to evolve their SDH transport networks into a packet-based architecture without the need for full replacement or overlay builds of their network.